He's sitting here going like, "What's going on?"
It's the very first. It's session 1 of our very new campaign, and I'm already hitting wrong buttons.
Oh, I don't know how else to label it, but we'll brainstorm it.
Don't worry about it. That was just me being nervous about starting a new campaign.
Well, I put the emergency stop with a bright red stop sign. It's still like, that's the stop button,
It says
right?
emergency stop. I just saw stop. I was like, beep, and it just shut it down.
Yep, and that's why, like, what was it? It puts everything on it just shuts down its chat, it mutes all of us. It puts,
Yeah, I found that out when I was like, I can't post. Let me type a message.
Yep. So, today we start Vecna, Eve of Ruin. We are Sans Zen today, so you have us 5. We have our, if you're watching, you were introduced last week. We have our new player, Tim. I said it like that because of the Monty Python. Y'all ever seen Monty Python?
My name is.
It's there all with those who call me him. Like he's asking a question. Like
I'll send you.
you have to watch it.
He's an enchanter.
Tim the Enchanter. Yeah. So, real quick, because I know if anybody's watching, they're familiar with other characters. Would you like to just kind of briefly introduce your character?
Okay.
And just give a quick breakdown of who they are.
So my character's name is Velcarian Velcar or Vel.
Vel.
I'm an artificer, a thinker, trouble solver, sometimes a trouble starter. I work with things with most people avoid: shadow, magic, memory, souls. Useful on the road, even more useful when things start falling.
Very good.
And I like to introduce my homunculus too.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of your character.
Robin.
Well, I did this because my homunculus is a tall figure.
Like me.
Like, yes, he's
Like Frankenstein's monster.
He's a human.
I don't know why I was picturing him like a little hobbit, like he's
Technically-
gonna walk around next to him.
Technically, Frankenstein was a homunculus.
True.
So mine is a humanoid. So his name, his name is Theron.
His name was what?
Or
Yeah, I was like, what are we calling
Theo.
him?
I don't know. Theron is his name.
Oh, I thought you said Leroy at first. I was like,
Leroy
Jenkins?
Like that would have been perfect.
Jenkins. The favorite part of that is we still have chicken.
So Theron here, he is a bit complicated. He's loyal, quiet, but surprisingly funny. So if you catch him at the right moment, he can be funny. And I built him myself. Though sometimes I wonder if I didn't just bring somebody back that I was never ready to lose.
Oh.
And then he nods a little bit, and then he says, "This is him speaking. I don't say much unless it matters, but I'm here for him.
Perfect.
And now I'm here for all of you. So just try not to get yourselves killed. He hates fixing things twice, like my character.
Does he like peanut butter and jelly?
He can try. He's very young, so he hasn't tried a lot of things.
Apologize about
So
the
he
noise.
doesn't know.
Somebody
He
forgot
doesn't
their
know.
muffler.
Likes it or not? Okay.
He might have an allergy. We don't know.
Oh no.
No.
Hopefully not. You know,
Maybe another
So-
parts of him.
Yep.
have it as
he can change parts, and then he's
Yeah,
no longer
yeah.
has an allergy.
One arm swells up. Well, that one was allergic.
No, exactly.
Vel was introduced roughly I would say probably about 6 months ago to the party and has joined them in their escapades. You all have taken residence in Tressendor Manor and also turned it into a fantasy B&B, basically. There are rooms to rent to those people with means to rent. There are also, I thought you all said there are also free rooms for those who can't afford, correct?
Correct.
There is a clinic who only charges those who have the means to pay.
Correct. Or it's a barter system.
A barter system.
Yep. Like if you can do some painting or
Or
something else, whatever.
a couple of chickens,
Yeah,
or
a couple
yeah,
chickens. The clinic. Yeah.
the clinic.
We have a lot of eggs.
So
We have a lot of eggs.
Tressendor Manor is a source of passive income for you all, as well as your 10% stake in the Vandelver mine.
Are of Ember and
Tressendor
Echo.
Manor.
Is it saying that?
I'm just afraid.
No, Ember and Echo.
What?
Ember and Echo.
Ember and Echo. Oh, I like that. Yeah, Ember and Echo. Okay.
It's totally normal.
So now it's the Ember and
Yes.
Echo Manor.
Surprisingly.
Manor. Yeah, words are a thing.
Nothing involving squirrels.
I like how what you said earlier. It's the E&E B&B.
Yeah, E&E B&B. For D&D. But yeah, you are revered as heroes in Phandalin, where Ember and Echo Manor is. Garden has been planted, or well, produced by your druid. There is a workshop for Vel in there as well.
You glossed over the delightfully sexually harassing
Bush?
Bush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there is an aggressive goodberry bush that protects
Jimmy
the.
Goodbush.
Oh God!
That's his name now.
Oh, wow.
So I cast
Over the rainbow.
I took some enhanced good berries, and I made a bush grow from them. And once that bush had matured to the ripe old age of 16 years human equivalent, I cast Awaken on it.
Yeah, you can do that, can't you? Yep.
Now it is sentient.
Now
I forgot about that.
I
Crap.
roll stealth
You have
every time I
Awaken.
try to get an herb.
Now there's a whole different thing I have to worry about with you.
I imagine
Because of the bush.
Because of the bush. Like roll stealth, can I sneak past the bush to get the herbs I need to make more medicine?
I don't know. Maybe. What do you think? What do you think Jimmy Goodbush's passive perception?
We'll flesh that
Is
out
that really
later.
what
We'll,
we're
we'll
naming
figure
it?
that
I
out.
think
later.
Judy.
Yeah, I don't
We
see
may
why
just
not.
roll a whole character
He
sheet for him.
He definitely
wiggles.
jiggles.
Okay,
He-
okay. I was like,
he
you can't like
shimmies.
grab
Yeah, he
somebody.
shimmies. No, he can't uproot himself.
Okay, that's what I was need to know. Can
Yeah.
you, like,
I mean, I can transplant him. I
How
can put
tall
him in
is
a
he now?
Actually,
pot.
if you
Could you
look
make
at
a
him-
wheelchair? We'll put him in
Oh.
a wheelchair
Oh, a pot.
and like
Oh,
he can,
that's
he can
cool.
go.
Actually, if you look at awakened trees, they can move.
Oh, okay.
What about
Yeah.
awakened wood bushes?
Like
I mean,
Bellsprout. Like I was
If it's
thinking like
awakened,
Bellsprout,
it
you know?
communicates. It,
Like, shoot out.
you know. Let me check on something.
Sentient things.
I love the fact that this is one of the few times that you were not involved with this craziness.
Hi
Yeah,
there, I'm
right.
Like
Jimmy
I am the
Goodbush.
voice of reason here.
It knows one language known by its creator and has a speed of 20 feet.
It only speaks primordial.
Of course it does.
Oh, okay.
Actually, if you want to look up the stats for an awakened tree and lower the strength,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I have this.
yeah, it's a bush. Awakened tree has a strength of 19.
Oh, jeez, as strong
Oh,
as I
wow.
am.
Wow.
Also, I would
I mean, I was gonna make defenses this way.
intelligence and wisdom should get a boost
Okay.
from the strength going down. So anyway, wow, we just
I was
we'll
gonna
do that
have
later. And then I'm like,
sentient
no, let's do it
bushes standing
now.
guard.
Yeah, I was gonna do like a hedge maze and name it Bustle and give it Awaken.
Oh wow.
What was it?
Is there a
my brain
limitation
heard a
to the
different name.
awaken?
Yep, I know it did.
What's hiding at the middle of the maze?
Jimmy Goodbush.
No, I'm waiting
He's
for you.
everywhere you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get back on track.
Yes,
When
I
our
think we're
berries
going
attack,
over
we're-
his.
Yeah.
workshop, I think, is where you're going next.
Workshop. There's a workshop. There's a clinic. Obviously, you feed the people out of there, so there's a working kitchen. There's not so much a tavern, though there is a bar that drinks are served to those that are staying there. And you each, all 6 of you, have your own room, as well as rooms for those of you. Well, there's 2 extra rooms for those who have gone away, or whether that would be by their own choice or not. So, with that, we are starting our adventure in Neverwinter. Now, Neverwinter is familiar to all of you. Each of you have been to Neverwinter before. Neverwinter is also known as the City of Skilled Hands, or the Jewel of the North. It was at one time a bustling, cultured, and cosmopolitan city-state in the northwest of Faerun. And it was regarded by Volo, Volo fam Gedard, but widely known just as Volo, as the most cosmopolitan and civilized city in all of Faerun. And the city was a member in good standing with the Lord's Alliance, and it was known for its craft folks, gardeners, the city's multicolored glass lamps, precision water clocks, exquisite jewelry, and even more magnificent gardeners is what I meant to say, but in their magnificent gardens. And they ensured the warm winters were colorful and the summers were rich with fresh fruit. And then the spell plague. Unfortunately, Neverwinter was ruined one time, and there was a chasm that was opened up in the middle, or in one section of it. Since then, it has been a new government has arisen in it, and they have worked on it for a long time. It has almost gotten back to where it once was. Now, there are still seedier places in Neverwinter, and the reason they call it Neverwinter, it is in the north, not too far from the spine of the world, and beyond the spine of the world is Icewind Dale, where it's perpetually winter. Even though it may be cold outside the city's walls, it's never winter in Neverwinter. It's always warm. In the year of the first circle, 1468 DR, and if you're wondering what DR means, I actually have that right here because I did some research because I always wondered what it meant. It's the Dale Reckoning. So anytime you hear me DR, it refers to the Dale Reckoning. In 1468 DR, Lord Dagult Neverember, seeing an opportunity to add to his financial empire, hired workers to rebuild the city, and he hired mercenaries as well to protect it from monsters and bandits. Now, claiming to be a descendant of Neverwinter's former rulers, and thus the rightful Lord Protector, which is a self-appointed title of the city, Dagult started the new Neverwinter movement. Now, Lord Neverember invested a great deal of his own fortune to rebuild the city's infrastructure, and he bought the interest of helped buy the interest of merchants, and they started to send their caravans to Neverwinter again. And they ensured that Neverwinter refugees had enough food and gold in hand. By 1491 DR, Neverember's efforts to rebuild the city proved successful, and Neverwinter had slowly been restored as a center of civilization in the north of the Sword Coast. It is now 1495 DR, is where you all are beginning your story here. You're in Neverwinter, and the reason you're there is because Ren has made some contacts to find her lost love, Finley, who unfortunately was magically whisked away to God knows where when he tried to cast a spell from a scroll that was a higher level than what he was, a higher skill level than what he had. Wild magic went off, and he was not there anymore and has not been heard of since. Also, it's just a good place to find jobs, to rest, to recharge, or find a new adventure, or to buy supplies for the Ember and Echo Manor. So we begin our story there in a tavern, believe it or not. My goodness. I started messing with stuff I shouldn't have. Called the Beached Leviathan. Now, the Beached Leviathan is actually located in a section of Neverwinter that is nearest the
car going outside the window.
Yeah. Every time I get into this, it happens. It's nearest where Lord Neverember's home is. Not saying that you chose that by any particular means, but it is the most popular tavern and inn in all of Neverwinter because you can find just about anything there. Now, the Beached Leviathan is named that is because it was once, actually, it was once a ship. Much like, well, it's not on camera, but much like that over there. It's half of it. It is built into the docks, and it has 3 levels. First level is a tavern. There are plenty of tables. You walk right off the dock, up the gangplank into the tavern. Second level is the living quarters, as they call it. That's where the rooms are. The third level is where the high rollers go. There are several rooms up there that you can rent if you pay enough gold. It's also where the owner's quarters is. Now, the owner is mostly just known as the captain by regulars, but it is also, you can tell the reason that's called the Beached Leviathan is because he is a salty sea dog that has 1 leg. The other one has a peg on it. He lost it in a fight to his, never say the fish people name, Sahagwan. He lost it in a battle with a Sahagwan. He won, but at what cost? A leg. He's okay with it. And this is very much this place is very much a labor of love for him. So while you will find a brawlers who break out and some shady goings on there, whether it be legal shady or illegal shady, he doesn't let it happen very long. He will kick you out if you get into a brawl in his place. He's worked hard. He has actually hired a full-time maintenance man to repair anything that gets broken and keep everything looking good. But he doesn't put up with any mess in there. So this is where you all are. For how long do y'all think you would be staying here? Is the first question I have. Week?
One.
Yeah, go for it.
Would you happen to have with your contacts and everything disguise kit, or would anybody have any disguise kit?
Yes. I have disguise self as a self.
Okay, because I would definitely want disguise kit because it's support. So I would want to, like I would not look like a tabaxi as much as I could not.
I have.
Okay, either that or I would look like a very, very different tabaxi.
I would think
we
that
can
would
make you look like a ginger.
Yes.
Ginger tabaxi.
Yes. I'm very rare.
Wow. That's amazing.
Tabaxi?
Ginger.
I like it.
That's what I named it around, like Jim Daxi.
I like it.
Alright, I have a ginger tabaxi named Jim Daxi.
There you go.
When we're here. Anyway, yes, next question.
So what you know of Captain Harrig, big burly man with only 1 leg, as I said. His almost fearsome and gruff exterior, but you being almost regulars when you come into town, I would imagine, would know that he is actually, he's no pushover, but and he puts off a tough exterior, but those that are closest to him have probably made you aware, or you've seen, he possesses probably like an impressive amount of compassion and empathy. and that's why he doesn't put up with any crap in his place. He takes care of everything day to day, pretty much, as far as the bar and everything. But he does have his crew, the staff of the Beach Leviathan. Andrella, who is a mate, is what his name is. Her official title is mate. Andrella is Harrig's right hand. She's a middle-aged human woman, and she is the lead barmaid. Now, the other barmaids that she commands are Jasira, Sandrin, and Willow. She leads the staff when Harrig isn't around and cares very deeply for Harrig. And anybody that knows her or has seen her, they can pretty much tell it's borderline, if not full-blown. He has romantic feelings for him, but it's like unrequited love. They've never really gotten together. There's also Fing, F-E-N-G. Fing is a very large half-orc male, and he is the tavern's bouncer. He doesn't have a fancy title like mate. He is just Fing, and he will put you out on your butt. And then there's Habnab. He is a very odd person, human male, but he is the inn's cook, and he fixes really good food. So they put up with his oddball ways. Amongst the regulars, you all would have noticed that is they're the Neverwinter's harbor master, Lynn Jess, a female water genasi who is heavily scarred. She is the harbor master of Neverwinter, and she rents a room in the Beach Leviathan semi-regularly. So you've seen her there before when you visit in the past. Umi, who's the helmswoman, another water genasi, and is Lynn Jess's cousin, and serves as a backup to Fing if a situation in the tavern becomes too rowdy. She's very highly skilled with a sword. And there's others. A bosun, Bobrick Highmantle, is a stout male dwarf who has a pet monkey and has a pretty much permanent seat at the bar. He's a very bad temper, and occasionally gets him kicked out of the tavern for a few days. What is it?
What's the name of the monkey?
You don't know. He's never said.
Mr. Bug.
Mr. Nobody's really asking because he's kind of grumpy. They just know that he kind of sticks on his shoulder or on the bar with him.
Well, it's good that
it is good. Not good for me, but it is good. There's also a lookout, Marcol. Marcol's a young human man, and he is constantly listening to all the goings on in the tavern, and you all have actually paid him a little bit of gold from time to time for secrets that he's learned, for him to share secrets that he's learned around the bar or around the town. And as long as they aren't secrets that he perceives would harm the Leviathan, he will share them. This is his hangout. There's also a half-elf male. He works as the ship's handyman. As I told you all, he's a permanent handyman there. Etain, E-T-T-A-I-N, and he's a skilled carpenter that can repair the ship as well as craft or repair furniture when needed. He knows every square inch of the ship, including all of its secrets. And then there's Corin. He's what they call the shanty man. Corin is a middle-aged dragonborn bard, and he plays music and sings at the tavern, and he is often known to get the whole bar singing sea shanties and folk songs. He gladly accepts the tips and drinks. Instead of tips, you can give him a drink, and he will gladly drink it. There is rumor that his family was slaughtered by cultists, and which he will sometimes work into a sorrow-laden dirge when that time comes, possibly at the end of the night when everybody's got a good drunk on and it's time to go home. That is where you are right now. Now the ship is. Pardon?
Can't go. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Right. And nobody really wants to stay around when he starts singing that stuff.
Very fair.
Now, the Beach Leviathan is a really wondrous place because, like really well crafted place. There's a spiral staircase that is in the middle of the tavern that leads you to each floor. And if they need to take goods or food or drink up to each one, there is also an elevator. Well, a dumbwaiter that they have rigged up that they can take things up. There's a reason why it's very popular. It's not too expensive. You all know of another place in Neverwinter. It's a little more, we'll say, it's a little more high class, and it charges an exorbitant amount. So that's pretty much why everybody comes here. You can get by probably for the entire week for 16, 32, 40 silver pieces, and the meals are 5 silver pieces a piece, and they're good meals. Good food. Despite him being, a sad boy sometimes, there's, Corin is very talented. And the thing that y'all have noticed, if you've stayed there, is that when Corin performs, his music can be heard on every deck of the ship, no matter where he is. Where he's performing on the first level, or the second level, or the third level. Everybody gets to hear it. Though you're not sure how that works. But that would interest you, Vel.
Yeah.
To see how that works.
Yes. Isn't the second level and the third level kind of like a lot of living quarters?
Second level is a lot of living quarters.
And then
did you look it up?
Huh?
Did you look it up?
I just want to go to sleep. Why is he still
No,
thinking?
you said it earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were looking at your screen. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I'm reading my notes.
It.
I'm reading my notes.
There are maps online. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
No, you're fine. I was like, that's fun.
It's just an overhead figure.
It was just my notes from earlier.
Yeah. The second level is all living quarters. Rooms to rent.
It's a sending stone built into the headboard of your bed,
Oh,
so you can't turn off his voice.
We'll say this: I'm sure it doesn't go into the rooms.
Okay.
When you're trying to sleep.
If I want to sleep, I don't want no singer singing. Unless it's
no, but when you're walking down the hallway to go get a drink, it's nice to hear.
Like, enjoy your stay. Here's your complimentary pair of
earplugs. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention, by the way. I need. My character is in hiding too.
Oh,
so I'm
no.
also I'm disguising myself as a regular elf instead of a shadow elf.
Okay. And then I like the fact that as soon as you said that, you put your hood up.
I know, I thought about that too. It was like, I could start getting a little chilly. I'm like, well, that's perfect timing.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll make it. There we go.
There we go.
No.
He's so cute.
No.
Generate Tony the Tiger.
Yes.
Skulking around.
Or Ginger Baxi.
It's midday. It's midday. You all are enjoying a bite to eat, a few drinks. Ren, you have not been contacted yet. They're still working on the information that you have asked for. And as you're sitting there, there is the only thing you could think to call him is a page shows up. The young elf, probably teenager, roughly early teens, walks in, very finely dressed, and he hands the table a scroll and just kind of stands there. And then finally goes, this is for you all. Are you going to take it? He's like, oh, little one. No, I'm kidding.
And then Terrace is going to give him a golden tip.
Oh, yes. And you all know that Zen right now is working on the books for you all.
I've already started to break with the food and
I
the
forgot
stay.
how much.
So for each of you, what I say, 40 silver pieces?
40 silver pieces
so,
per week, 5 silver pieces for food per meal per person.
Yeah. So
I just did 5.
That's a 5-day week.
Okay.
I didn't count the weekend.
I'll do that. I did 5 times 5 plus 10 times 5. So.
Yeah, and it's 10 copper, silver, 10 silver, gold. And Electrum doesn't exist because it's silly. It's silly.
All the buttons on my jacket are made out of electrum.
No, they are not. It's what is electrum? It's a made-up thing that you have.
Yeah, it's just a fancy-looking metal.
Yep. Bexley, you took the scroll, you open it up, and it says in very fine writing in common, and it's almost calligraphy.
Of course, it's over the text. That's extra.
You have been summoned for an audience. You've been summoned to meet with Lord Neverember in his audience chamber promptly. Please, it's very polite. It says, "Please meet me in my audience chamber," and it's signed, and it is signed by Lord Daggett Neverember. And he says he expects you at some point today. Please take and make sure you gather your belongings and whatever you feel you would need. And it's actually just a block away. And he bows and walks out of the tavern.
Okay, so
You got in trouble.
hey, it wasn't me this time. It was you last time.
Hey, that guy had it coming.
I know, but still, you didn't have to start it. I mean,
like
you
she.
did, but
I
feel
mean,
like she
the
also
fire
finished
was
it,
really
though.
small
That's
that
an
it
important
time.
was. But you could at least let me have some fun too. You hogged it all. Oh
We'll
well.
make more fun for you next time.
Upset about.
I'm holding you to it.
I will. You can just start it next time.
Are you in your Fairy Bjorn leash thing?
Lord have mercy.
I think she needs to be
No,
on
at least
it.
at the bar. Come on.
Well, I mean, I imagine that you can still wear it even if it's like trailing like a monkey tail, because you can at least get that Misty Step for free once per day.
I'm just
True.
using Mage Hand to hold the leash.
No, just imagine a drunk Bexley just like floating around with the leash, like, don't go too far.
I apologize. I meant to tell you where he lives is called Castle Never.
Oh, Castle.
Of
Castle
course.
Never.
Of course it is.
Never have I ever been to Castle Never. Miss Bexley, I do believe
Very
that
funny.
today would not be the day to ride in your Bjorn.
Oh, jeez.
Talk to me.
Uh-huh.
That's very.
Now, the thing that you need to know about Neverwinter as well is the geography of it. It is very much a round city that has a river flowing through it that empties into the ocean. The docks are outside the wall that separates the Blue Lake District from everything else. The Blue Lake District is where Castle Never is, and that's where that's your high society part of town. You also have the Protector's Enclave, the Chasm District, which thankfully is sealed off right now. There is a sealed chasm there. And then you, of course, the river running through Neverwinter is called Neverwinter River. What? There are multiple points of interest here that you all would, like, but the reason that they call this the Blue Lake District is because in the middle of it, there's a lake that is called Blue Lake. Very on the nose, these people. So, with that being said, you all have been summoned to Castle Never to meet with Lord Neverember. What are y'all going to do from here?
Double check my appearance real quick.
Well, it says we need to take our belongings, so I guess that means we're checking out of here.
Well, by belongings, he means like anything you would need, like if you think you need your weapons or gold or anything like that. You have a standing room right now, so you can leave your stuff if you so choose.
All right, well, everybody ready?
Oh, but, yeah.
Like it, no questions asked. All right. The walk from the docks, you walk by the Driftwood Tavern, which is the seedier place that most people don't really go to. That is where the guys that work on the lower docks of the ships go, the ones that don't really get to see daylight a whole lot. lower parts of the ship. But you walk from the beach Leviathan through the gates in the wall. There are living quarters and shops out here as well, but mostly to do with seafaring, things for ships and mostly, fresh fish and things like that are sold out here. But as you walk in, it's a short-ish walk to Castle Never. When you're there, all you have to do is present your letter. The guards at the front door actually ask you for, your business, and if you present the letter, they'll let you in. They let you pass. You are actually escorted by another, staff member of Castle Never. He looks at you, and he is another half elf, older than the one that delivered the scroll to you. And he says, "Oh, you must be the ones that Lord Never Ember summoned." And he's very, very polite. He goes, "Please follow me." And he leads you to the audience. Yes, he leads you to the audience chamber. And when it opens up, you see standing there Lord Neverember. He's an older human man. And he's standing there in very fine regal clothing. And he turns around and smiles broadly at you. He says, "Greetings, my heroic friends. I've heard so much about you. There's not much that goes on in my city that I don't know about." And he goes, "And I've heard of all your tales, especially, what's that? Phandalin, correct? Correct. Thank you. So, thought to myself, I need a band of heroic people." And he looks and he goes, "If I'm not mistaken, I was told there were 6 of you, correct? And I only count 5. Everything okay?"
Yes, he's taking care of some
The book.
internal book business.
Say no more.
Bookkeeping.
Bookkeeping. There we go.
Say no more. Say no. Book business numbers.
Yep.
He gets really engrossed in those numbers.
Mathy things.
Putting the candle.
It's mathing away.
He
He
goes,
will be joining us.
he says, "Say no more. I understand. I despise that's why I have accountants myself."
He doesn't trust anybody else.
Pardon?
Especially with the pending lawsuits that push.
Oh yeah.
You know
I will
what?
not ask questions at this moment,
It's
but I
very
will say
clearly a
this.
sign warning everyone about that book.
Yes, I know that's why it became engraved. But it's
And he does his best to
Beware
get
of
your attention. He's
bushes.
like, "Excuse me. So glad you came, because I dare say terrible events are afoot." And he gets really somber from it. He says, "Specifically 4 prominent citizens have been kidnapped in the past several days. And I've reached out to you to ask for your help. May I count on your help in rescuing them?"
with more information, possibly Lord Dag.
You may call me Lord Daggolt or Lord Neverember. Dag is not. I don't think I like that.
I'll have to defer to someone else that's barely held contempt.
Hello, Daggy.
I picked up on that.
Oh
Yep.
yes. By the way, my deception is a +1, so that would be why I was like, no, not very much deception. I'm just like, I'm gonna look at
He's
somebody
not,
else.
he's not really.
So, what more can you tell us about these kidnappings?
Well, the kidnapped victims, I will tell you this. One is Eldon Keyword. Now, Eldon Keyword is a highly knowledgeable scholar who specializes in the Outer Planes. And just 2 days ago, he was kidnapped. Adrena Lampson-Settle. Now, she is an actor who moves in Neverwinter's highest social circle. I can only imagine that there will be a ransom asked for her. But I don't know the motives behind these. Also, Sarkel Malinosh. Very, very powerful wild magic sorcerer. And he plumbs the mysteries of the Outer Planes. And he and Eldon have conversed in the past. And there's Umberto Noblin. Now, he is a gnome. He is a funny man. But he's a historian. And he's written very many various books on several, well, not several, but many deities. So each of these people are I don't want to say important, but they do run and as I said, they are prominent citizens of Neverwinter. So their disappearances have raised alarm. Each victim was kidnapped at night, and I don't think past just passing conversation, as I said, Eldon and Umberto, I don't think they actually know one another. Any of them. In fact, I know none of them really run in the same social circles as Adrena. So there appears to be no connection, any connection that I can put together, or the investigators that I have. But throughout your years as an adventuring party, I've heard many stories of how you've solved problems, especially for someone to restore, or some people to restore order to a place as wild as Phandalin was at one time. That speaks highly of you. So that's why I reached out to you. I've funded divinations from the House of Knowledge in hopes to find them. I have the priests reported back that they didn't actually find them, but they did find that a mystical trail for these victims of these kidnappings ends at a specific place. Halleck's Mausoleum and Never Death Graveyard. Now, the priests have told me that they worry their inability to see inside the mausoleum means that an unknown opponent is blocking their divinations. Wow. English not happening for me.
You're saying a lot of words too. I'm like,
I'm
how do I
saying
spell this?
a lot of words.
I'm like, yep, nope.
Halleck's Mausoleum is Hallix, and the mausoleum is mausoleum. Yeah, Halleck's Mausoleum. Never Death Graveyard. Yes, I'm sorry. I said it in my head, but it didn't come out verbally. Now, I am prepared to offer. I know you're staying in the Beach Leviathan, right? And I've heard good things about it, but I don't, really frequent there. But I'm asking you to investigate the disappearances at this mausoleum in Never Death Graveyard. And I promise you, each of you, even your party member who is not here for some, bookkeeping, I will give each of you a fine house right here in Neverwinter. Each of you would get a house. If you can recover the 4 missing townspeople and bring the kidnappers to justice. Now, if you know anything about Neverwinter, a home here, and I'm not just talking about a home just in Neverwinter, here in the Blue Lake District, where I'm prepared to offer you all a house. If there's not one available, we'll have one built. That's what I'm prepared to offer you. And it's nothing to sneeze at, because you will, there will be very, very nice homes. The finest of homes.
When did these kidnappings start happening?
A couple of days ago is when they really, when people started noticing them. So, being in the circles that they run in, I would say that their disappearances wouldn't go long before being noticed. So I would say 2 days, at most 3.
Was there any kind of disturbance at their houses?
Not to my knowledge, no. It seems that they were just captured. Which section?
Section and
they each live in different ones. So allow me. He turns around and he snaps his fingers, and the page walks back in that led you all here. He goes, and he looks at me and says, "Please write down the head of watch for each district and give it to this gentleman here." And the page runs out. Well, I would say I would not waste your time there because the priests that have provided me, they have tracked it down to there, but they cannot see inside the mausoleum. But they know that they are in never death. They are never death.
Who's buried in the house?
Alex.
Who is Alex?
Who is buried there? Just the one person?
The Alex family.
From Alex family.
Uh-huh.
Who are they?
History check.
Yeah.
On the Alex family.
All right, go for it.
The Alex.
Roll high.
Okay.
Okay, I can do
A
high.
16.
A
Sorry.
16? Oh, you can do it too. You might get a little more information. You never know. Anybody, history checks when you're all together. Anybody who wants to roll one may roll one. You may get a 20. When he got a 16, you might get a little more information. What'd you get?
13.
13. You might get a little less information.
You're like, huh? 20 days. Oh, cool.
Oh.
Ouch.
24?
24?
24.
That one doesn't count. I'm kidding.
Still a 20.
The Alex family is just a well-known, wealthy family that resided in Neverwinter.
Are there,
Go
are
ahead.
there any living Alexes left?
No. The chasm took care of them.
Huh.
Yeah. So the chasm that opened up in Neverwinter after the spell plague, this place has been it's not anymore, but some people thought it was cursed for a while just because things started happening there. And yes. You will know that the Halixes would probably be there is a wall separating the main graveyard and the pauper's graveyard, and they would be on the main side of it. Pauper's graveyard would be where you just find a plank of wood with somebody's name scratched in it or anything like that. They have an actual mausoleum.
Said they were well known. Do we know what they were known for, or just being wealthy?
Rich. Bougie, yes. To have a family mausoleum in the Never Death main graveyard means they had some money.
Is there anything going on? Like,
I expect you all to remember this. The reason for the chasm was the eruption of the volcano 40 years ago. Yeah, sorry. If anybody's watching, I should probably make that known as well.
There was a whole Pompeii.
There was a whole Pompeii. That's what opened up the chasm, and after that, that's when they began the new Neverwinter.
Remember those ash zombies we fought a couple years?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
They were from the volcano.
Yep.
I like how we picked our favorite enemies dead, and you just love undead so much.
I know.
Yeah.
I like character.
Yeah.
I had a wonderful
I like
conversation with
leading
the volcano.
creature.
His name is Megara.
What did y'all talk about?
The beginning and the end.
and we're ending this conversation for a minute.
I have more questions.
I would imagine you all would have a bit of decorum and not have worn that.
was wondering.
No, I'm flying on my own. No leash necessary.
Just riding
She's
on
an
the front of the
adult-ish.
giant tabaxi with her feet kicking.
We're
Goosebox. Do what?
We're heroes.
You're heroes.
I swear I am.
On a leash.
Somebody comes in and says, "Hey, you're renowned heroes. We want to hire you. Jump in. We're going to go. Here's your fruit
Okay.
snacks and juice box."
It's box. It's box.
Actually, that sounds nice.
Gotta save my wing power.
This. You're like a hummingbird. You need like sugar. Time.
Now has there been in their areas or in these higher societies? Is there any rumors of anything going on? Any
Not to our knowledge. Just the kidnappings.
May I roll an insight check on
Absolutely.
him?
I just smacked my mic trying to get a bug away from me.
24?
He's telling the truth.
Is there any other rumors, any word that might point us in the right direction besides the graveyard?
I mean, he's not frustrated, but he looks at you and goes, the priest did a divination that leads straight to the graveyard. They're not prepared to go in there.
Has anyone gone to investigate aside from the divination?
Well, we got as far as the divination, and that was recent, and that's why we called you all.
Okay, what's a divination?
They
Okay, that's what I thought.
view into the ether and see what's coming up.
But
I had a technical question.
Yeah.
Like a scrying spell, would that give any more info?
No. Scrying is just about the same thing.
I
Yeah.
just wanted. I was like, but it's like not a divination, so it's not relying on what.
Right.
I didn't know if it would be blocked if it was not.
It would be the same school of magic.
Okay.
So
That's what
something's
okay.
blocking that.
I'm doing a divination.
Yeah. Got to tie a string on it and let it go around. What was the old wives' tale if somebody's a pregnant lady spins something, and if it lands towards it's a boy and away it's a girl or something like that. Yeah, it's an old wives' tale. Maybe it's just a West Virginia thing.
Spin the bottle for your baby.
Yeah. Well, you gotta drink the beer first.
That's why I do book learning good.
Is so good.
And he looks at you and says, with the offer of a house for each of you, and being more renowned than you already are, because we will herald you as heroes if you do find them and bring the kidnappers to justice, is this something that you can help me with?
Question.
Yes.
How about, are we sure that they're still alive? I mean, I don't want to bring up.
That's what you're trying to find out.
But is the deal still good if we found them?
Oh, absolutely.
As long as we found them and figure out what's
you just
going
have
on.
to find them. God's forbid that they are dead, but if they are dead, you bring back proof and you bring these evildoers to justice.
To solve it, the whole thing, not just get
whether it be a swift end of justice or you capture them, bring them back to the, and I'm not making this up, the Hall of Justice. To be, yes.
Y'all need to get a little more, creative.
Oh, wow.
That was out of game.
Yeah, that's why you said it in her voice. I'm gonna start making you do this when you talk out of game.
Nobody's ever noticed anything odd about this mausoleum, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Well, not just the mausoleum, but the entire graveyard. You're all aware that things walk in there, correct?
I've been there before. I've got my interest.
Shopping there?
Maybe.
I
might. Oh.
DM advice. I would not mention that in front
Yeah,
of the guy who runs the city.
I figured there was something going on, so I was scouting.
Well, I mean, you could visit there. You may have family there. He doesn't know. I mean, but as long as you just don't go, I dug people up and took their parts.
Say nothing like that.
I know.
I was just out there checking the.
Because that'd be something I'd do. I dug people up.
Seems very quiet there and peaceful.
Well, no. That's why we're hiring seasoned adventurers such as yourself. It's not quiet there.
It's definitely something to take on. Not to mention the families. Any of them have families.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm just not familiar with them.
Okay.
To make it seem that I'm not callous, the reports didn't come directly to me. They were given to me by another party. and that's when I enlisted the priest to find them.
Who was this other party?
Well, the City Watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, a player.
Yeah.
Would there have been a family, like the crypt is assigned to a family? Are they the ones responsible to keep making sure that these kinds of things don't happen, or do they pay the clergy, certain church, to come in, right?
They don't do that either. I mean, once you're in, once you're in there, you're there.
Okay, so
there's general upkeep on the main side.
All right, so there's money to be made here by offering.
Possible. We can talk.
I
want to hear
a little side business.
I want to hear no more money
In
counting
addition to the
for
tavern
Ronnie.
and the...
No. It's more.
Ronnie just doesn't want to be
charity.
Ronnie's like, I don't want to do anymore.
But yeah, don't really. This is something that.
Okay. Well, no time like the present, unless you all have business to take care of now.
Does the page come back with?
Yes. I will give that to you in just a moment. He hands you the scroll.
Are these names gonna make my brain hurt?
No, yeah, probably. That's why I'm like, why did they ask that?
You told us all the staff of the Leviathan, so...
Do what?
You gave us all the staff of the
Well,
Leviathan.
you would know them a little bit better than just the City Watch. You just know them as cops, basically.
Cute.
You're already.
He's only been gone for 2.5 years, and you're already like.
You're only moving on.
Hey, I can appreciate you, darn.
Yeah.
Just because you're on a diet don't mean you can't look at the menu. They have a standing army called the Grey Cloaks. The Grey Cloaks, like a gray cloak. Yeah, one word, Grey Cloaks. They have their own navy as well. Not really. That doesn't really, go into this, but that's a nice little tidbit to know. No. They are a part of the Grey Cloaks. They're just the watery Grey Cloaks.
They're Navy Grey Cloaks.
Very little and not creative. That would have made sense to me.
Yeah. Neverwinter Guard also. There's a general that commands all of them, General Sabine. And then there was a commanding officer. One of the most prominent ones is going to be Sergeant Knox, K-N-O-X. So Sabine is, he served the city of Neverwinter and led the Neverwinter Guard, or is leading them. Human, tall, short brown hair, and fittingly described as being tough as nails. Very much loyal to Neverwinter and Lord Neverember. Doesn't suffer fools or anything like that, and is not well liked because of her serious demeanor. But she just wants to keep people safe. Sergeant Knox is actually considered one of the good among the men who serves under Dagult Neverember. Compassionate, tries to do what's good, and motivated by the genuine love of his city. He would probably be the one if you wanted to. I apologize. What was it?
I was just wondering where the sergeant.
Oh, here well, he kind of has an overarching. Both he and Sabine do. They're bringing you not just the head of the guard in these sections. They're bringing you the head of the guard that would know everything. But written on there is kind of highlighted around Sergeant Knox. That's probably who you want to deal with. And underneath is a little note that says deals with adventurers in the city. So if you wanted to talk to someone, it would probably be him. With the 24 and everything else, you all would have recognized this name probably once you see it. He was in charge of the defense efforts when Valindra's Shadow Mantle put Neverwinter under siege, and he fought with a cleric named Celeste, a warlock named Makos, and another, it was a rogue named Zuna, and they're the ones that led all of the Neverwinter Guard and those who volunteered to victory against an undead army that was summoned by Shadow Mantle. So he's a good one.
I don't know if I would just know this. How are they containing the undead with a graveyard?
A wall.
There's a wall.
There's a wall. Mm-hmm. Neverwinter's pretty.
So reassuring.
Well, it's a high wall.
So they go in, they catapult the body in, and they're like, "All right, good luck." Like,
there's a large slingshot on the outside of the wall.
They're mindless, I'm assuming. The undeads are mindless.
Flailing and
they're just walking around there, and not really attacking because there's a wall.
Yeah, I mean, undead be done dead, and that's what they do when they can't find anybody to eat. You have a book of undead, don't you? About undead.
Well, we definitely will get on this.
I know everything about the undead.
I'm sure I've read it multiple times by now too. Concerned about it too.
So both of you all would know that undead include zombies and ghouls. Ghouls don't actually just feast on the living. They feast on anything that used to be alive as well.
So they feast on each other?
No, just alive. Well, they are undead, so they want to go after alive or dead, not the other undead.
Okay.
Yeah, that lantern of tracking for undead. I'm sure if I just pulled that, I'd be like green light everywhere.
Oh, you right.
A strobe light.
Yeah, it's just like.
Lord Neverember looks at you and says, "Well, gods be with you. You can come back and report directly to me anytime that you need to. If there's anything else that I can help you with, please let me know, within reason." He says,
extra funding for this trip?
No.
Just to get
he immediately goes, "No."
An advance?
No. Well, we have
an advance on a house?
You
can give us something.
That might help us.
Give us a magical item or something. I don't know.
We're what? Like weapons from your
I would say a
armory.
seasoned adventurer such as yourself would be prepared for that. Yes. Am I correct?
Oh, but you might have something better than what we have.
Oh my gosh.
You may have some things, you know.
Thank you. We will.
Seriously.
We will keep you updated as we have it.
I was something that's gonna give me radiant damage. Come on.
I have radiant damage.
Points again, and it's not like a
protection.
It's not like a
get out.
A mean snap or the only word I can think of is he's not like a Karen snapping. He just does that to get the page's attention. It says, "Please show our guests out." No, he's just being polite. He's like, "Please, show them out. Make sure they, know which way to go and everything else." And as you're walking out, the page looks at all of you and says, "Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the main graveyard, as you know, holds the mausoleums, and all of those do have an expensive underground of chambers.
Dungeon.
The Pauper's Graveyard is just simple headstone. Some of them stone, some of them wooden. They're just markers. But a few civic-minded citizens a while back funded communal catacombs when the graveyard was first built. There are, well, they call them catacombs, but more like, tunnels underneath the Pauper's Graveyard.
Under the
Pauper, yeah, but I don't think you'll have to go in there. But you never know. So just a little tidbit of information that you might need.
They don't extend into the main.
Like they don't.
I've never been, so I'm not sure.
Do you know? Is there any other prominent mausoleums in the main side?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, most prominent families here have, whether they are living or not, they bury their family there. And I mean, it's our only graveyard. So there are multiple mausoleums there, but each family usually has one prepared for living. I mean, the living prepare for the dead. And unfortunately, for the Hallecks, they're the last one. I mean, the last one was laid to rest there by their staff.
Thank you. Flip him a gold coin for his extra information.
The gold, geez.
Or no, copper, silver, something.
Silver.
I don't know.
And he looks at it and goes, "It's my job," and hands it back to you.
Oh, wow.
Well, thank you for your extra information
Of
and
course.
your help.
I was wondering, are they still actively using the graveyard?
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
How are they burying new people in there?
That's what I was
They probably only walk at night.
But actually, that matters to me a lot, like fresh body. So
You're like reading the obituaries like every day, be like, "Ooh, good one."
Sorry,
It's
I was
important.
thinking of Nightwalker zombies, but anyway.
Good lord.
Yep.
So is it early enough in the day? Is it?
Oh, they're still wandering around.
Well, is it page gone?
He has led you to the front door, and he just points. He says, "You'll want to take the Dolphin Bridge straight across. You're going to go past the House of Knowledge, which you all would know as the library, basically. The library is in the midst of being rebuilt. They've got the outside rebuilt completely. They're working on the decorations and then the inside now. But there are still books in there that you can
Is
go
it
in
open?
and read.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But they're just constantly at work. And he says you go across the Dolphin Bridge and you will continue following around. And then there is just a straight shot into Never Dead Graveyard.
I'm gonna look at Vel and say, "So how do we get into this graveyard?"
there are some. No, I don't know.
The page kind of looks at you and goes,
Okay.
The gate?
Let's.
there'll be a gatekeeper there to let you
Okay,
in.
that's what I was like.
I was
Well-
like, we can talk about this when we. get
Well, the
away from
gatekeeper
this.
lets people in to visit their families if they're brave enough. They may find a wandering ghoul or a zombie or two, especially in the pauper side.
Happy, no. Like,
What is it? What is,
happy, no.
especially on the pauper side.
Does
is
he
what it
have pet
says.
animals too on there?
No, the pet cemetery is on the other side. No, I'm kidding.
Like
They
And we
built
don't
houses
go
over
there.
it.
zombie dogs, you know.
We don't let people there.
So,
Frankenweenie.
before we
Frank-
investigate the graveyard, I think
Library.
no. Go back to the tavern and talk, or to the Leviathan and talk to Markle.
I you wrote that because I missed that name. The guy that should know things.
The watch
right?
out.
Yeah.
See if
Also-
he's heard anything.
Yes. Just let's go ask Angela Merkel.
Angela.
Oh.
No, that was
Unless the Leviathan,
The German president.
unless they're related to this disappearance.
I don't watch the news. Come on.
Sorry, you were saying.
Unless they're related to the disappearances.
Oh,
9.
Okay. So, what'd you say?
Nine.
Within time, I mean, if you double back, shouldn't take you very long to get back. It's going to be a longer walk back to the graveyard, but you do also risk being there at night, depending on how long you're investigating.
It's just around the corner, though.
Just a short walk, but it's
Well,
the
our
city's short.
bookkeeper is still there, so we can just do sending stones. He's talking to them.
Oh, you already have your sending stones.
Yeah.
Don't forget those.
Like he's
Oh,
doing his
Sending.
bookkeeping, so
You
we
have
can
sending
remotely talk
earrings.
to the person.
Yeah. You have your sending earrings.
Sending earrings.
Zin, we really
Hello.
need you.
Your target is currently at the bar.
And you just hear math.
Math.
We'll get you a new abacus later.
It's just the sound of him rolling dice in the background.
So what do you think?
You're
back
on
to
the third floor.
Do we need to go back?
Go back to the tavern or go to the graveyard first? I vote tavern just to see if we can get any extra information.
I honestly at this point feel like we're trying to squeeze blood from a stone, and there's not going to be much more information.
And I do not want to go any later in the day.
Go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, we can
too.
always talk to Markle tonight. So
I mean, I agree.
There
There's
is a
nothing wrong
tonight.
to ask, but
We can scout first. Go to the graveyard and look. And that's my favorite place. A little biased for my vote, but I want to go to the graveyard.
do we need to put a cap on your looting bodies like we do on her and gold?
Who's looting bodies?
Are
I don't know what you're talking about.
uh-huh.
I'm just
Church
curious.
district way to the graveyard.
Let me look at the map real quick. That's one thing I did not check, but I have the map right here.
What were the also history question? What were the Halix's them
Being
like
rich.
a wizarding
Just-
family or
That's all they
sorcerers
said
or
was being
anything else?
rich.
Okay.
No, Neverwinter Academy has already contacted the Harples, and that's what you need. Even though the wizards and everything here are powerful, the Harples.
Oh no, like the Halix family, the Mausoleum family.
Oh no, they were just rich.
They were just rich.
They
There
were
was
just
no
rich.
like, oh yes, that our son, the black sheep, was a necromancer on the side. We just don't talk
Oh
about
no,
him.
they were just rich.
Okay.
We don't talk about Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I would assume that the founder of the town should know everything because he started the whole thing, right?
He didn't found it, but he brought it back. He revitalized it.
They
Oh,
revitalized it, yeah.
so the Halixes was before him?
It's so.
Oh yeah, they've been around for a while.
Just go ahead and say it now. If I die, you are not burying me in that graveyard because I am not turning into a zombie and I'm not getting dug up.
Oh,
I was gonna say, I don't think you'll get buried. I think
I
you'll start
accept
like
human
Kirk on the
donors,
way?
like body part
No.
donors. or-
Unfortunately,
Don't worry,
not.
I'll bring you back.
We
As
can
long as
sign
it's 30
up.
minutes.
I have a signing up sheet for
Oh,
everyone
God.
that wants to
Organ
let their
organ
bodies
donors.
be used for science.
No,
Quest didn't sign up for it?
Quetz did not sign up for that. I'm afraid not.
I mean, you can always
Especially
change your
since
mind.
technically the Never Death graveyard is in the Chasm district.
Okay.
Just not in the Chasm section.
Well, I guess we won't have time to stop.
Religion.
I don't know who said I don't know what that means.
Oh, I don't know.
The Chasm district. So the volcano created a chasm, a literal earth split open, swallowed things chasm.
So in terms of distance,
I guess I should have hooked up the TV, but to show you all a map. I apologize. We'll do that quickly at break when we take a break.
Yep, I can do that.
Yeah.
All the tools.
But if you don't mind. So if you're looking at it like this side would be Blue Lake and all the other side, and the river runs through it. And this side is the Chasm district. The actual Chasm district where there are tent homes and things like that are here. The Never Death graveyard is here, just above it. You're coming from up here, across the bridge, across the river, into there.
At the Dolphin Bridge,
The Dolphin Bridge.
you see dolphins on the side of the bridge.
Unfortunately, not in the river.
that was
Dang.
a dolphin.
Yeah. I didn't know what that was.
Because then I could become Echo the Dolphin,
Oh,
and I would
cute.
have stars on my forehead like Echo the Dolphin.
Yep.
Sega Genesis.
Oh god, that was a horrifying but awesome game.
Yeah, that game gave me existentialism as a child.
Yes.
Actually, looked up the map too. It makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's actually.
I
Really
guess
cool.
off on the yellow brick road we go.
Across the Dolphin Bridge.
Okay. Doesn't take long. Like I said, it's a city. It's a city. So when I say it doesn't take long, you are passing by other people walking, shops, homes, mostly large homes, until you get across the Dolphin Bridge. Then the homes begin to scale down a bit. And further in you go, the lower scales, the scale becomes. it's not necessarily a caste system. It's just almost a wrong side of the tracks kind of feel.
The chasm.
Wrong side of the chasm. But this is also on this side of the river is where you can access the Hall of Justice. There is the Tarlemond Trade House is over here too. Tarmaloon Trade House, I apologize. And also, floating on its own little island with a bridge out to it is a place called Moonstone Mask. Yeah, I knew you were going to ask that. Moonstone Mask is actually pretty cool. The Moonstone Mask is it's an inn, a large inn that sits on a floating. Well, it's an earth moat, but it's an island, and it's connected to the Protector's Enclave by a dock. So that's where you go. The Hall of Justice is where you find the Protector Enclave. It's regarded by many as Neverwinter's finest, most luxurious inn. Yeah, and we're talking. You're going from what we say it was for a night's stay at just to be comfortable at the Beach Leviathan is 8 silver a night. This goes up to 4 gold pieces a night, which is a lot. And their meals there are 2 gold pieces. Yeah. So you're eating your own gold when you go.
Electrum-plated escargot.
Oh, it's gold-plated
They're
meat.
gonna get us killed from the DM, not from anybody else.
It's okay. I'm only going to reference Electrum in non-monetary terms,
I like
so
the
it'll be okay.
winged wyvern.
Oh,
So
wyvern wings. They serve wyvern
The cool
wings.
thing about this is the spell plague of 1385 DR caused chunks of Neverwinter, as well as areas all over Toril, the world, to rise up and begin floating away from industrious residents of Neverwinter, and industrious residents of Neverwinter found a way to tether this chunk of earth that rose from the sea and put the Moonstone Mask on it. It is. The reason it's called the Moonstone Mask is because the people that work there, the locale, have called it that because all of its staff wear half masks, and they're aligned with glowing moonstones on the nose once again, but it's very cool. Impeccable has been described as the accommodations are impeccable, like the finest. So it goes past comfortable, past, like rich to this is, in the terms of the player's handbook, aristocratic. So it's very, very, very nice there.
You would love it.
Do they accept part-timers?
Yeah.
Looking for some
I
side
want
work?
the
Yeah.
Stack up with
Side work.
What is it?
I wouldn't stack up.
Where he's worked?
Yeah, it is backstory.
Oh,
You hospitality in your.
I'd say it's a little better.
A little better.
A little bit.
Wow.
That's and it's nothing against where you work.
Yeah.
It's, like, serving staff are all trained to be expert in everything they do. It's not just like, oh, on your left, here you go. It's like they are experts. They will almost wipe your mouth for you, kind of deal. That's why they don't. They are expected to offer conversation and skill in a variety of games, gambling or just fun games, nothing illicit.
That means it's not. That means it's not everything.
They are very skilled.
I didn't have to see the face. I just made sure to let you all know that.
Not
Chicken
everything.
fighting rings.
Almost everything.
And it's been a destination for the wealthy for over a century. It once only employed women, but it is now employs everybody. Anybody that would be trained
It was a brothel.
for its serving staff, and all the customer-facing employees are exceptionally attractive.
A brothel. I mean,
No, it's not a brothel. It's not a brothel. They will not. They will
Oh,
kick you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd want to go see if I can get hired.
Part-timers?
The staff are all dressed in sheer black, and they also wear the masks, of course. The clothing items are no longer simple uniform. They provide the wearer with the abilities of, I'm not going to tell you that.
Oh.
Certain abilities that they can serve at any point, anywhere, when you need them.
Oh, they tell
We'll
us.
say that.
Misty Walk.
Do you want to burn it down or steal their clothes?
I want to steal the clothes.
It's
And
not the
then burn it
clothes, it's the
down.
mask.
I want to steal the mask.
I read a little too
Me
far in my
too.
notes.
I want the mask
Whoops.
too.
Oops.
So we passed by that on our way to.
No, it's
Yeah,
completely
they're all
yeah,
set.
way.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you would have to go past where you're staying to get there, basically.
The
When we
good
were,
side
we
of-
were, when we were first here in our tour phase, would have walked out.
Not been able to afford it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
We have the party.
they would have scoffed at you.
But we are the finest business people in Vandalus.
Ew.
And they,
We need
then
to
they
make
would look
more
at your
money.
snakeskin jacket and go, "No, sir,
Luxury.
be gone." You can't handle that one, can you?
So we walk up to the gate.
Sounds like Forrest
All
Gump,
right,
to be honest.
it doesn't take you very long to get to the actual gate, which there is a, for lack of a better term, lackadaisical guard. He's only there to make sure things stay in and not keep anybody out. Like, yeah, go on in,
Oh.
kind of deal. Opens the gate for you. You walk in, and
He says like, "Oh, nice to see you again."
hope to see you again.
No, he's seen me.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Nice to see you."
Actually, he doesn't really
Oh, he doesn't remember.
acknowledge you
Oh.
because he doesn't want to know what you do in there.
Oh. It's like, I don't know this guy.
What have you been sliding him on the side? Like,
Silver coin.
yeah.
As we're walking in, you guys see my telltale like grab my wing. Kind of hold on to my rear.
I know we're gonna have you in the.
There
niche, right?
are, as you travel through, there
No, you
are
won't.
multiple mausoleums, and there are ornate headstones in those graves that are not mausoleums. This is a very wealthy side of. This is where the very wealthy are buried.
A lot of
and-
bodies.
There are a few wandering
You've already stolen them?
undead that, if you were to engage, would prove no problem for you all whatsoever. In fact, if someone does approach, it would take basically one swipe of a sword or anything like that just to take care of. Even for the undead, they look malnourished, I guess you would say. They look bad for zombies. But yeah, they are not
Not well fed.
well fed. There are, when you approach the mausoleums, the towering stone mausoleums in Never Death Graveyard, they cluster near a wall separating. The one you're going to is in a cluster near the wall that separates, like they told you, the pauper graveyard from the main graveyard. The Halleck's mausoleum is squat, unassuming granite, just an unassuming granite block, and the shadow of much larger monuments to other families. There is a metal double door that bears a rusty, broken chain and padlock hanging from it. And that is what you find when you approach the Halleck Mausoleum.
Lockpick.
Oh, it's broken.
Broken,
Oh, it's
yeah.
broken.
Broken.
Oh, I
Broken.
thought I heard you say rusty. I didn't hear that broken.
Mhm. Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything lock picking or anything. It's open.
All right.
Oh, I haven't.
All
been
right,
to
who's
this
pushing the
side.
door?
It looks recently disturbed, I'm guessing, too.
Why don't you make an investigation check on it? Either one of the rogues may do that.
Investigation check for what though?
On the door, she was wondering if it has been recently disturbed.
Just a door. It's a door.
The lock, I should say.
This is-
Investigation.
Yeah.
25.
Good lord.
I rolled a 13.
22.
I got a rock.
I got a rat. My perception's better. Ranger.
It doesn't look like it's been recently disturbed, but it has been. There is rust been scraped from it.
Oh.
in the recent past, I should say. You can't tell if it's been months, weeks, whatever, but if it were broken a while back, it would be rusted over where it was broken. Does that make sense?
So it looks like it was forcibly broken.
Oh, it was definitely forced open.
Do we see anything surrounding the area, like footprints, drag marks?
Make an investigation check.
Should I roll again?
23.
Nat 1, so never mind.
23.
I'm still enamored by the rust.
12.
12. And what did you get, Val?
23.
Good gracious. There are footprints here. Some of them barefoot, some of them nude. They're all humanoid. The barefoot could be from the wandering zombie A.
How big are the footprints?
Different varying sizes.
Like normal humanoid.
Yeah. I mean, like you wouldn't be able to tell if it was a size 12 or whatever, but I mean, there are varying sizes, but they're all humanoid.
How big is the foot size of a ghoul?
Humanoid.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, out of curiosity.
They're undead. Yeah.
They're all normal sizes.
They look all fresh, or
I don't know. Ask.
Oh, how
look fresh?
do they
Mr.
look fresh?
23 over
The
there.
footprint?
Yes and no. There are older footprints and there are fresh footprints, and they are all shoed or barefoot.
And pointing towards
Most of them pointing towards the mausoleum.
How about
Oddly
going
enough,
out?
since you got a 23, none of the bare feet. They just seem to be shuffling around. Sure. Your little green guy.
Yeah.
Is it a snake?
No, it's like a tiny little moon follows me. Face on.
Tell her.
I was picturing Star Wars.
Sully.
Oh, metagaming bit. But did you want to create one of your first?
Oh
Or
yeah.
do you want to
sure.
wait?
I mean, I'm preparing my cannon.
Okay.
Which one?
I'll have the protector.
I think you have the ballista, the fire thrower, healer.
The healer is the protection.
All right. You're all standing looking at like not an open but an unlocked door.
Do we open it?
you're familiar, have a name.
Oh.
Is he
Okay.
hot?
The protector.
Yes.
Are-
Okay.
Are we sending him in first?
Okay. The door opens noiselessly, very well oiled. You can tell that just by the ease of the opening, and it doesn't creak. There's no rust on the hinges, nothing.
Man.
Oh yeah. I mean, like it's you can tell that this section, despite there being the odd wandering undead, is very well maintained. They pay people to come in and deal with things, or have I should say the graveyard, the city employs staff to take care of.
Do I see anything immediately?
Yeah, you see a very dusty crypt inside. And as you get a little closer, there are numerous tracks in here in the dust. And they lead to a staircase at the back of the room. Down.
I imagine. I mean, I don't know why I feel like there would be second floor at the museum, but it's like I wanted to double check.
How many? Can we distinguish how many individual sets of footprints there?
Not through dust.
Crypts there
Yeah.
are?
Oh, you can definitely tell how many crypts there are. 12 stacked on top of each other. So 6 on each side, and they go into the wall.
Are any of the crypts, have they been disturbed? Or is it just a
Make an
few?
investigation check.
So
Got my
this doorway to the stairwell. How tight?
22.
How tight of a confine is it?
You're looking 22,
23.
and what'd you get, Bex? 23?
23 again.
14.
14. 20 feet wide as you walk in, and you're looking at about 25 feet from the door to a little over 25 feet. We're talking like 27 feet because of the doorway. From the doorway to the stairs. No, nothing has been disturbed other than just dusty footprint.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start moving in slowly and
All right.
Roll-
Any
Sorry.
anybody want to do stealth? Is that what you said? Are you looking to do stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and you want the? Because we're going to a dark area, like
Yeah.
legitimately.
Do you want
I'm gonna cast
Bjorn?
Pass Without
Is that
Trace
what
on
you're-
us.
You're-
Yeah.
Oh, pass without trace. So, how pass without trace works is you roll, you add your stealth modifier in, and then add 10.
I get advantage now for my cloak.
That's
I
not-
do too. It's amazing.
So I rolled a nat 1 for stealth. So can I just like fall trying to getting
We'll
into
find
the
out.
Bjorn?
I want you to roll percentile.
33. Said plus 10.
Yep.
33.
Okay, Ren, what'd you get?
36.
36.
Wow.
Robin?
I rolled high.
I rolled a 40.
Wow.
We really did
Wow,
it.
we're invisible. we're gone. Like we don't even have footprint.
I had to pull up the calculator. Like, did I adding
The
that up right?
reason that Bexley has failed her stealth check is that you're not there anymore.
Where'd it go?
She flies back and relaxes her wings to fall into whatever rig you all have hooked up, and you're not there. And she just poof.
Oh no.
And you got a 30, what?
33.
33, a 1,
And a 26.
26.
Oh, wow.
I rolled a
Oh,
92
no.
on the percentile.
Everybody can see you, but you
Okay.
don't see no one.
Robin, make a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
If you want to, you may add acrobatics.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
afraid.
have to ask after this.
Okay.
With acrobatics,
Yes.
23.
You are able to catch her before she hits the
Aw.
ground.
Yay.
And you place her in your, I'm not
Fear.
calling it that.
Fear.
I'm not anymore.
Baby Bjorn?
Yeah. You put her in your rig that you have hooked up, and you disappear into the darkness again.
Very,
Oh my god!
very
It's like you get spirited away.
Oh.
Can I check for traps?
Absolutely.
Grab you.
Yes,
Which is and
yeah.
what is
No, it's investigation.
is it investigation
Mhm.
versus traps?
But you should have like, is it? Yeah, it's investigation for check for traps. Yeah. Got me second guessing myself there first. But you would add your proficiency, right? Because you have a
19.
specialty. Okay.
Added
You
in
are
that.
pretty darn certain there are no traps in here.
Wonderful.
Yay.
As we're all
Okay.
plants and have it grow enough.
A doorway.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's enough to obscure a medium-sized creature and give it a spot for hiding.
I like that.
So it just covers up the fact that we're in here currently.
You ready?
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's
that's
okay. You did
really
everything.
good use of that. I like that. Absolutely. It is able to do that, no problem. All right. Stone stairs descend from the Halleck's Mausoleum Museum, and they go into a large subterranean chamber. And it has stone coffins sitting on sturdy shelves. Part of the west wall, I'm going to say that is on your right as you're going in, because you're going north to south in here. Along the west wall, part of it has collapsed, creating an opening into another chamber. There are, as you're coming down, you're not completely in the chamber yet, but you're able to see it because it is a wide open door into another chamber. Those of you with dark vision, I think is pretty much everybody except for but she has you.
Yes.
I could
Oh.
have gotten the feat for dark vision, but I intentionally did not
Just because
because it is way more fun this way.
I like that.
there are marching around the chamber 5 pale, desiccated warriors wearing wicked-looking armor.
Like walking around.
They're walking around.
Wicked as in, oh, that's wicked cool, or as in spite. Okay.
As in scurry. Like, you see that coming at you, you're not going to want to fight it.
Gotcha. Charge up my shillelagh.
Lele.
Really nice. Oh, that makes. Oh, I pass telepathic with
Yeah, yeah.
that.
Chit chat.
Chit chat. So, can you do the thing where it makes noise over in the corner? And we can
Roll
get past
for
it?
fear.
Roll for fear.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. See if she scares you by talking in your head.
Pets. I'm your mother.
Jeez, that's terrifying.
I can't make an illusory sound. But
Okay,
I
I
can
knew
make like
you could.
small sparks and things like that and go
Oh
off.
wait,
I
wait.
have
was it-
magical tinkering. I can have like a stone that could make some sounds. Like
I have druid craft. I can make.
With Druidcraft?
I can make a noise.
I don't think Druidcraft. It's prestidigitation. No, not prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation lets you make
Yeah.
simple
I can
sensory
step out of
effects.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I can make faint
Yay.
musical notes. So I
Yeah.
guess I could.
I have that too.
I could do like the Navi.
Hey, listen.
You want to, if you want to try that, yeah.
I was gonna say, or he also has best.
Well, if
Yeah.
we did that, where are we going to go? Like, we're going into the west wall, like into
We
the
can do
next
a
wall of the
combination
chamber.
too. Somebody do in town.
I'm
together.
I'm
What
gonna
do you
roll.
want to do?
First, I'm gonna roll perception to see if they've made a move since we came in.
Oh, I said they were marching around.
Oh, they're marching.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Not in like not in a circle or anything, but they're just wandering about, almost like guards.
How many again? Sorry.
5.
And how many? Are any other doors in the area? It's an open chamber. 5 of them.
An open chamber. There is a collapsed wall to your right that you can see leads into what is assumably another chamber.
Does it look like a catacombs?
Can't see that far in. You have to actually go into this chamber to do that.
Would make a motion like maybe we should check out the other tavern.
Well, you'd have to get by these.
Oh, we have to get past it.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, like,
Yeah.
these sounds we could get.
Okay, for some
So-
reason I pictured like there was like we could make a right to the southern cavern, or we could go with.
Here's the actual
zombies.
mausoleum. Stairs down to the bigger room. So it's 30 by 30, from what you can tell. There's a hole in this wall that leads off into what could be another catacomb or cavern. But the 5 are here. You'd have to either, well, with a 40 you could do it, but you'd have to, I mean, to go past these guys who are actively patrolling, it seems like, you would probably have to roll again.
Want to try to?
I was thinking of doing a prestidigitation. Get their attention opposite at end. Maybe a combination of sensory effect and sound.
Okay, so you want to go to the
Sensory
left,
effect.
the far left corner?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe make some shower of sparks and then somebody make combination of 2 different.
Okay.
An innocent child going, "I love being alive."
Sure. That sounds
Wait, are
good.
they living or are they
They're,
undead?
they're undead.
Okay.
They're undead.
Are they talking? Undead talk?
What will
They
what
haven't talked
sensory-
yet.
What sensory effects would be working for them? Maybe heat. I don't know.
I mean, you have to pick.
I'm wondering what. Maybe a little bit of perception that check so we can see if get information on what we'll get in. Well, you know a lot about undead.
I do.
So what will get the attention of these?
What will get the attention of these things?
How are you gonna get the attention of these things?
You have the undead book, right?
Oh, you're
She's got the knowledge.
And I have advantage on intelligence checks or call information about them.
Don't you?
Then you should too.
Pardon me, I'm
You two are our
texting a
leading
player.
experts. And
Is it a certain one that's not here tonight?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm answering a question.
Oh.
I just want to see the reaction to this answer.
Yep, now we know who asked it.
Oh,
Yes, yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you should know that. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if it was like the first.
I will fill you all in a moment.
oh, the secret.
It's not a secret. It's just a question,
Oh,
and I think it's
I thought
funny.
she whispered
I
a
didn't know if
secret
it was like a
already.
shoulder situation.
Or we could chit chat with
Anyway,
them?
what are y'all doing?
Well,
I
the
guess we're
undead.
rolling to see if we pick up any undead.
Well, Tim,
I was trying to see if she could, since she has a book, maybe she can figure out what will get the attention of these undead.
oh,
Before we
I
do
mean,
any
Most
person.
do you? I mean,
Oh, yeah,
first of all,
details.
make a. I almost want to make you do a nature check.
Both
Okay.
of us or just her?
Yeah, do a nature check to see if you can tell what kind of undead these are. They're not natural, but you would know through that, studying their bodies and all that stuff.
That was a natural 20
Oh,
plus
nice.
5, so
Plus
25.
These look like you are about 99.9% sure that these are what is called a white.
Ooh.
Are those like a white?
A
Is like,
W-I-G-H-T, a white.
they drink blood, right? I thought
No,
I thought whites are like kind of a branch from like vampires.
no,
What type of ghost?
but you would know. No, they're corporeal.
They are? Okay.
Yeah. They are. They have. The reason they're walking around in a subterranean chamber. Since your book and you got a 20 whatever, they are sensitive to sunlight.
Right.
That's why they're here.
Sensitive, like they run away from it, or sensitive that they.
They would run away.
It just bothers them quite a big deal. Good deal, I should say. Their eyes are not made for that.
Oh,
Do they have
something
any
bright,
marking insignias on them, or
Just old armor.
So this fire.
You can make an investigation check again if you'd like, but
You are
18?
just old armor. I mean, that's legitimately that's all you see.
I think we're beating a dead horse.
Yeah,
or
can-
a dead, undead.
An
to
undead.
death.
You're beating the undead horse,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
which sounds as cruel as it.
Does
As you'd
anybody
think.
have any better ideas than the distraction and go
Nope.
into the other room?
Actually, that's it. I think honestly.
So the
We can
distraction-
try
Wait,
that.
maybe.
Oh,
If it doesn't
oh,
work.
To be honest, I can have like some teleporting abilities myself.
Teleport,
Blessing.
teleport,
Say that again for me.
teleport.
Because I have the blessing of the
Raven
Raven
Queen?
Queen, which allows me it's like a misty.
Yeah. The only problem is you don't know where you're going.
I need to see where I'm going.
Yeah. You see the opening.
I can be at the.
Yeah, but they would, you poofing out and then
Oh, yeah.
poof,
I'll
right
make a
back. You'd
sound.
be like, they'd turn around and they would notice you.
We need to do something because Ronnie's rolling and trying.
yeah. I thought I was waiting for you because you said like, oh, I might have something.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are taking an exorbitant amount of time to plan something.
Yeah.
so I
Okay.
have to
So
start
anyway, I'm
rolling.
gonna roll to sneak while we go ahead and do the presentation.
Of course, Pass Without Trace is still up.
Oh, yeah.
We can all
I'm
just
waiting
do
to
that.
see what happens with the press.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm readying myself for the inevitable combats.
Think
First
optimistically.
it's gonna be
I
stealth
mean,
I rolled a 42.
Hold on. Hold
I
on.
got
Hold on.
physically ill as a DM when you just said that.
What was that?
I got physically ill being a DM when you said that. But someone just went.
Wait, are we rolling for stealth?
What did you get?
Yeah.
42.
All of
I got
us?
42 too.
All right, Tim, what you doing with your
Yay.
prestidigitation?
Let me go back to this.
I have advantage. Let's see if I can crit on that crit fish. Nope, that's a nat 1 on that.
Proof.
Yeah, so I have advantage, so hey, there we go.
I got a nat 20 plus 10 plus 4, so I got a 34. I guess that makes up
34?
for my nat 1.
One. All right, so we got a what?
42.
42 and 40.
No, 42, 42.
42,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
And then I have 29.
29.
34.
34. Yes, please.
I think I get advantage. Not much better. I'll take a 19.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Let's roll.
That could have ended really badly. Like, and now we're in combat.
It's okay. Starlight, Star Bright.
All right. So your I'm going to say you don't go into stealth, Vel, until you do your prestidigitation.
I wanted to, like, I guess the only thing I could do with that is like a fire.
So,
Is that sufficient light?
well, you can make like a small spark
Spark
or
of
something
light
like
would
that. Yeah, lightning or a sensory effect. So it could be like a pop and like almost like a firework if you want.
I'll do that.
Okay.
And I guess not immediately on the entrance. I want it like not
So
completely
the entrance
opposite
is in the middle of the right wall.
of the right.
So you told me you want to do that in the far left corner, correct?
Yeah. Well, they won't run away from that, right?
No,
Well,
but
that's
you're
why
trying to get
Gonna
their
get their
attention.
attention.
Yeah.
That's why you may
Because
not
they
wanna
don't
use
seem
fire or
transfixed
anything
on
that they may
anything.
run
They're
away
just
from.
are
You want
wandering
something like that
around.
Too.
We'll do that.
Okay. Y'all watch as Vel. You don't even like really prepare spells. You don't use your hands. You use. You're an artificer, so you use steampunk like mechanics to do stuff. So how do you think this would look?
Oh.
Do you just pull out like snap poppers like from 4th of July and throw them in the corner?
That's cool, I like that.
I just kind of like have like some little rocks that I have, and then I throw it out in that corner, and it's like start making like
You all
little
watch Vel
fireworks.
throws and just goes pop, and sparks go off. And one by one, these 5 creatures, whites, turn around and start walking to see what made that noise. Each of you move stealthily, thankfully for Pass Without Trace, towards the tunnel. They are effectively about 30 feet away from the tunnel as they gather in this corner to see what made this noise. In a diagonal, like away from it. So throwing it in that far left corner really helped you out. So each of you make it into this tunnel, which is 10 feet, 10 feet long, 5 feet wide. So you have to go one at a time.
So who's first?
Not me.
And it tugs. The tunnel does open up to another chamber, and as you look at it, roots protrude through cracks in the ceiling here. There's a stone stairway as you go through, actually straight ahead, that goes up and out. Does that make sense? So it goes up and out. Unfortunately, as you look at it, as you get a little closer in through the tunnel, that stairway you notice has has crumbled. And there are no longer usable stairs. It looks like it at first, but rocks have fallen and it has rendered it, crumbly and not very, you would need to be very, 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 very careful if you even attempted to walk up this. Now, there are to the north, which is to your right as you're coming through this tunnel, there are 3 doors on the north wall, and they're shut. And the middle door, and it's obvious from everything in your chambers around you, has a shiny, bright, shiny new padlock on it. Now, to the west, oh, I'm sorry. The crumbled stairways are, I hate looking at maps and trying to tell you all. The crumbled stairways to your left. Straight ahead is a actual usable stairway that goes up and out.
What is the ceiling?
That's a good call. 15 feet high. 10 feet in passageways, 15 in room.
I'm guessing there's no lights.
Nope. You are still strapped to the large cat person.
Yep. Jim Baxi.
These stairs lead to, I'm sorry, a balcony that overlooks the room, about 5 to 10 feet in the air, enough for a ceiling clearance, and with just enough room for a door in there as well at the top of this balcony.
Wait. So the crumbled stairs up to this balcony?
Yep. And then there's 3 doors to the right. No, the crumbled stairs are off to your left. The doors to the right, and straight ahead is another stairway that leads up to that door. And there, big as day, you see painted on the door is a hand with an eye in it. And eye.
Anyone has to
Ew. But
Recognize this.
You can make history checks, but it's going to be a very high DC on it.
What a 25.
It's going to be a very high DC on it.
That's all right.
History, you said?
History. Mm-hmm.
I got
Ren?
21.
No, what'd you get?
Oh.
You know I like numbers.
26.
Oh, it'd be 15 if I don't add a knack on.
Oh,
But I was trying to figure out, I was like, if it's
15.
related to undead, would I have advantage?
25, 26. What'd you get, Bex?
25.
25. Did you attempt?
no, I would use more of a religious background.
You could try religion.
No.
What'd you get? 11? No. No.
Oh, that's really cool looking.
You guys are popping up all the time. What do you know?
You 3 don't know the symbol right away. But you have heard tell of a symbol like this that has been described almost exactly like this. Bad things. Bad things.
bad.
So is that the one with the shiny new lock on it?
Nope. Nope, that one's off to your right, across the room.
Oh, what's on that right? What is
This one that's at the top of the stairs. The right door just has a padlock on it. The one in the center has a padlock on it.
I want to, while everyone's going over, I'm gonna check for traps on, I guess 3 rolls, because I want to maybe check, well, at least
On each door up here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll just do this. We'll say left, right, and then center one's probably the first one.
Okay.
Left. That's a 28.
No traps.
Okay.
You're absolutely certain.
Just taking the check.
I usually take about 30 seconds to a minute.
Does that give you enough time to?
No, I mean you'd have to check, but
Pretty thoroughly, yeah.
So the one to the right, then I rolled a 22
No traps that you can see.
and 23 for the middle one.
You're pretty certain that none of these doors are trapped.
Okay.
If I go up to the doors and listen, do I?
Make a perception check. Which one are you going for? We're going to go from the right.
Yeah, I was gonna say
1, 2, or
right,
3.
2, 3.
Yeah. What was the one on the right?
Well, I'm just added a knack to it. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I like my next 23. Go on the right.
You literally don't hear anything in here.
Or in the middle.
Okay.
That's a 13.
A 13.
I
With a 13, you think you hear some faint rustling.
No.
And what's the last one?
Jeez, these are awful. 17.
You're pretty certain there's nothing in here.
You said that there's noises. One of them.
The middle door.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Rustling.
I might have an idea.
Ooh.
I can.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to fly up to the door up top though and listen for?
Yeah, let me start with that.
At least because you can fly up there.
Yes, I will start with that. I will fly up and
Unless Robin
listen.
wants to go climb
Make
up
a
there.
perception check for me.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, I have a climb speed.
Yeah, that would be the
Um,
2 to get up there.
In back.
Oh, actually, I think you have to. That's not worded that way. I think you have to stay with me because there's no light in here.
There is no light in here.
So you wouldn't be able to see.
He has to climb up there.
Yeah, you go into the room.
You
and be
have
like,
torches.
It's dark.
Huh?
You have torches in your pack.
Oh yeah.
I mean, on break, what? Or tell you what my.
I got a 9 on perception.
A 9? Yeah, you're definitely listening to a door.
You're hearing the door.
You hear the door. You hear the door real well.
No, I think I did with investigation. Oh yeah, actually, you were with me, so you probably did this while I was up there and checking for traps.
You can
and everything.
listen.
And then you listened in. Yes.
Okay, so I haven't tried this before, but I think it's gonna work. Actually, no, I would have tried this. All right, I'm gonna go ghost and pop through the door and see if there's anything in there.
Can you see anything? That
I
lets
have
you
a
pop through?
torch.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Oh no! Now we're getting her to scout.
So which one are you using?
Aether walk.
That's a new one that you wrote yourself. Oh, okay.
You have
So Aether Walk is when you go into a non-corporeal form and go through things. Okay.
And it lasts. Yeah.
You know one day you might get shunted into a wall.
I know you're gonna lock me in one day.
And have to be quickly like, I'll lock the door.
Oh, and the damage.
She's going to go to a wall and take 5d10 damage for every foot she has to move out of it.
I take 1d10 force damage at the end of your turn inside an object.
I rewrote that. It's 5.
Okay.
5d10 damage. No kidding.
Just because you want to. Oh no. I get yeeted into the nearest unoccupied space and take force damage equal to 2 times the number of feet I moved.
Hey, yeet.
If I get locked inside of like a wall or something,
Is that the actual word?
No.
No.
Okay.
But it throws me into the
Would you like
nearest
to know what you see?
Yes.
A long hallway, about 20 feet long.
Oh.
And you can see what seems to be because of your torchlight. You think it looks like a crypt on the other end with a coffin in it.
And I
How does the coffin
fly down.
Sure. Yeah, I mean you can do whatever. You can try whatever you want.
There's a hall.
Yeah, it's 5 feet wide, about 20 feet long.
Yeah.
10 feet
No,
long.
I knocked that off.
10 feet
Y'all
tall.
are not. But you do have
No.
telepathic whispers going with.
Yeah.
So you can relay
But you also have your. Don't forget your
Yes.
in that too.
earrings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said
Sending stones.
coffin.
coffin. And as you move your way down, your torch lights up a room that looks smaller than the ones you've been in. It seems to be about 15 by 15. And there is definitely a coffin in it.
Second coffin?
A coffin. Open coffin.
Oh.
And it has a few tattered blankets in it. Make a perception check.
Would this be an advantage since it's your favorite enemy?
No.
$19.
19. A poof of wild black hair sprouts from the end of one of the blankets. And you see the blanket move as something shifts.
You're being rather quiet. Perhaps an update? You get stuck in the wall.
Don't get heated.
This is why we have telepathic whispers.
Yes, this is all telepathic.
Hello.
I'm not
Hello,
putting my
Vecna.
mouth in the keyhole.
How's it going out?
Well, no, even the hearing.
The hearing.
Being like, hey, what's up in there, buddy?
How are you? See anything?
Oh, you're actually saying that?
Yeah,
to
I'm
your,
saying
oh.
my earrings.
So over your sending stone / earring,
So.
you hear, hey, what's going on in there? Do you see anything?
Yes.
And you hear
Actually.
something start moving in the coffin. And the blankets start moving because without telling me you were whispering, you did not whisper.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
That's on.
What are you doing to me?
Immediately, someone sits up in this coffin and throws the blankets back. And you see before you a human woman, dark black hair, dark skin, a beautiful dress on. And she looks at you and says, what are you doing in here? You don't look like the rest of them. And she rubs sleep out of her eyes and looks at you.
Are my boots going?
No, I would have told you.
What do you mean I don't look like the rest of them?
Tell me what you're doing here.
I'm gonna start lockpicking.
We were
Roll dexterity.
Behind her.
We were asked to.
Okay. Guidance.
Y'all haven't gotten in the door yet.
That's all right, but keep going.
Yeah.
What were you saying to her?
We were asked to come find, I think, you.
By whom? And who is you? Who do you think I am?
Are you Adrena?
No.
Oh.
You know
Sorry. Well, who are you?
Well, who are you?
I'm Bexley. As I said, we were.
By whom? Who sent you?
Some parties in the City Watch in Neverwinter.
And she looks at you with doubt in her eyes, and she goes, "Tell me who really sent you."
City Watch. They were concerned that people were going missing, and so they asked us to come investigate and said this is where they could last. Yes, thank you. What he said.
Nope, didn't hear him.
No, I know, but I couldn't. The words weren't happening. They did a divination, and this is where they could feel them or sense them.
Sarkel.
What?
How did I pronounce it earlier? I don't think I pronounced it like that. Sakrel. Well, I mispronounced it. It's Sarkel. S-A-R. Sorry, that was my fault.
Sorcerer?
Mm-hmm.
You said that's her.
That's her.
Oh, I didn't know it was a chick.
My name is Sarkel Malinosh.
You are one of them.
One of whom?
One of the ones we were sent to find. There was 4.
I would like to ask you again. The City Watch just wouldn't send you. Who sent you?
The Lord Never Ender.
I would take all these notes and like forget.
Daggle.
There's too many
You write
numbers.
so many things down, and then when I ask you a question, you're like,
You know how many names you have given us?
There's a lot of names.
I know.
And you called Never Ember like 19 different names, so.
No, I didn't. What I call him?
Droogle and whatever.
Droogle?
Whatever.
Really? Anyway, we're getting off track.
Daggle Never Ember.
Daggle?
That's his first name. Lord Daggle Never Ember. Right? That's my.
Yep, that's why I called him Lord Dag.
You can say
Lord
Commander
Never-
Snap and Sergeant Knox.
Well,
Lord Never Ember.
You're here to rescue me?
Yes.
Then get to rescuing, he says. I've been in here for days now.
Okay. Where are the others?
I don't know of any others.
Okay. Is there anything you can tell us? Like, are you being guarded? Or just locked in
I mean,
here?
and she looks around and she's like, there is no room for guards.
Okay.
And the only thing that I know of is when they drug me in here, there were undead creatures in the other room, and then there's a big room out there in a long hallway, and I've been sleeping in a coffin for 2 days.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Sounds like a
Fall.
vacation.
Yeah.
Sounds like a vacation.
All right, I have friends out there. I'm gonna open the door, and we're gonna get you out of here.
Okay.
Can I roll a percent or insight?
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to do that.
21.
Yeah, she's, as far as you can tell, yeah, she's telling the truth. She seems annoyed enough.
Okay.
Listen, I would really appreciate if you were really here to save me. How did you, is the lock still on the door? What did you get on your check? With guidance and everything.
What is guidance?
I was like, I can't tell you the DC. Yeah, D4.
Plus, what is it? Is it sleight of hand?
So you have proficiency with your thieves' tools. So it'd be your dex bonus plus proficiency plus your D4. What's your dex? 20?
20.
So it'd be 5 plus
Yeah.
6 plus your whatever you have your D4. Yeah.
Oh,
Because you're level 10 now.
like 21 then.
Yeah. It doesn't pop as easily as you thought it would, but it comes off.
Okay.
It's a good lock.
Do I hear it going off?
No, it's just. Well, the whole point of like the lock picking is it's very quiet.
The lock is still intact. I'm able to move through objects easily.
Well, I don't think you can take me with you, can you?
No, but we can get.
Well, then she's like, "What is happening here?"
I have friends working on the lock.
Oh, okay.
You gotta tell us.
I'm
would
assuming you're
appreciate
hearing this conversation because we have the
We're
psychic
sending
link.
stone. Oh,
I think it's
That doesn't work
selective.
like that.
Yeah.
You
It's
need-
like, you've got to
It's
actually.
like
You have to activate
telepathy.
your
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, well, I'm psychically telling y'all what's going
Or
on,
you're
or I'm
doing-
sitting there talking to her,
There you
messing
go.
with my sending
sending
earring,
stone. Yeah.
so y'all can hear the conversation.
pick it all up.
I think they actually have
Listen,
to-
I don't have my magic right now, so I would really appreciate it with some help being escorted from this graveyard. My power was stripped. I went on a recent excursion to a distant plane, and until my magic naturally returns, no help, myself or anyone else. And did you all? And you have friends, you said.
Yes.
And are you all opening the door?
Yeah, I was like, open it up.
Oh, well. And she's like, oh, thank God. And she's like, did you all take care of the things in the other room?
Not yet. Just snuck by them.
Go ahead and lock that door, and I will wait on you.
Yep.
No.
Honestly, I think that actually might be best since we need to find 3 other.
These doors, the-
3 other? Oh, wow. And she just kind of looks and says, she almost stares off into space for a moment. And she looks and she says, there are dark happenings in the future that are coming to pass as we stand here. And then she kind of snaps out and looks at each of you and goes, make haste. We can't wait any longer.
What do you know?
About what time is it?
You're pushing probably about 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's take care of the other people. Would you like us to?
Let me see. I have a question for all of you. What are your passive insights?
This is,
19. Wow. That's
21.
Good. 21. Passive insight?
Yeah.
Dog.
13.
19.
19, 21,
No, it's just later.
12.
12. 19, 13, 12, 21, and 19. I would believe
Oh,
Quetz, Bexley, and Curious Robin would see, bless you, would say bless you, would see that whatever just happened when she stared off has put her at great unease. And she looks worried. And she looks at you and goes, "What do you know about that?"
Kaleidoscope back. Yeah.
And she leans in and whispers to you, "What have you seen?" She looks disappointed. And she's actually going, "Ooh, that's good." I believe if you shared my vision, you would have told me that you shared.
Your vision. Hope it doesn't come.
No, it's coming to pass. And then she just kind of looks around again.
Would you like to share your vision?
But she's just talking to him
Oh.
right now.
Would you like a good berry?
I would, thank you.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Is it a good berry or is it a?
It's a good berry.
Okay, it's not a weird berry.
Pleasant berry. Good berry.
Okay, all right. She'll take it, sniff it.
oh,
It's normal.
All right, eat it.
My friend
feels-
Jimmy makes them.
She was actually very. Oh no, she was very hungry. Actually, they
she needs
feed her
to
very
roll,
little. Is what the information she. They feed me just enough.
Needs to roll survival.
Right.
For the
Yeah,
berry.
right.
Yeah.
No, she needs to roll a con check if it's the other good berries.
I'm gonna go
Robin.
use the rest of them.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, Robin and I should go to the other doors and undo the padlocks.
Yeah.
Before we do that, since it is a little after 9, we're going to go ahead and take a break,
Oh yeah.
and we'll be right back.
there someone doing?
There's a bug.
I thought you were closing the door. I thought you were just
no,
like,
I was like,
yanking-
close.
I was like, are you stealing?
Yeah, I was like, what you got in your pockets over there? Out of curiosity, what's the radius for the sending stones? Oh, wonderful. I just think we should relate to Zen, like,
Everything.
hi, buddy. This is where we are. That's what we found. Alrighty. Just so you know where we are.
It's just
If we don't come back ever.
Yeah.
Hope the books are good.
Eris. Fine. Go away.
Yeah.
We'll lock the door. Man.
yeah.
Ooh. We get DM whispers. Oh, they're going way far away.
Wow, they are.
So
Yeah.
I do have that plan for a brothel. I was thinking more of rob people, but sure, get them drunk and rob them. But
I mean,
double rob, but we don't get part of the money; we get all their money.
I was thinking about flirting with Quetz. What do you think?
Ooh, do this.
I like. Okay, me as in me would be like, oh, I can't look at you.
But please do this.
Like, no, I have to like look over here or look away, or just look completely opposite direction.
I
Like,
really
I
like your
can't do this.
glasses.
Yeah,
They're
like,
so pretty.
yes, that's totally good.
Oh,
Oh god.
Same. Now
I'm
you
just saying it as
started
a joke. Now I'm like, oh,
Now we're all gonna be like, so, Robin.
oh no.
Should we leave you two alone? In this crypt.
No.
Would you like him to ride you?
Up to your perception.
You know what?
Please
Yes.
can change like sizes.
Well, we already had that thought
it
about,
will
exchanging-
automatically fit whoever wears it. So just
Oh.
It's okay for everyone else. They get to know that as well.
Well, they might have
we didn't hear you.
might have
listening to us.
yeah they might have been listening to us the whole time.
Are unhinged.
No, it's okay.
Oh, my mic wasn't on.
What was that?
My mic
My
wasn't
mic was.
Oh,
It's
on. No, mine wasn't.
mine was off.
We had like good
Well,
conversation.
it's a good thing you were loud, so maybe
Maybe.
just picked it up.
yeah.
Okay.
If I
I
remember,
think it's
sure.
kind of cool that the audience
Do we-
knows and these guys don't.
Whisper
Yeah, we have no
buffs?
clue.
I would assume she'd be closer, like Why did she pick him? Ah, okay.
We're in a moment.
Stop it.
Nothing.
The moment.
There was some scheming.
Scheming?
Yes, they're scheming.
Something happened.
It's nothing.
That's when it's bad.
That's when it's real bad.
You left us
Question:
alone.
wasn't that green before?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, all the grass died. That's what happened.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I was literally like, oh.
You have a different lock you can put on this door.
I mean, you can just relock it.
Relock it, right? Because you
Yeah.
didn't break the lock. You just fixed it.
I mean, like a lock that you happen to have the key to that someone else might not.
Shockingly, I don't carry that
I
on
made
me,
one.
but
I'm
now,
making one.
now I'm regretting that. So
You don't have manacles or anything either to like restrain people.
now I'm.
Hello, guys.
Oh, did you
Oh,
leave all
wait.
that back in the
Hey.
bedroom?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. I can
What are you
make a
even
lock.
doing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm an artist. Oh no. Well, then we have to do something else.
And we'll just act like we never
chain
picked
it.
this one in the first place.
Well, I have some chains. We can just put it in. Oh, rope. I do have rope. Sir.
Yeah,
I
yep,
know.
yep, yep.
I
It's gonna
will
anything
just
to lock it.
put the lock together.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh. Now it's like
We're
Mhm.
definitely circling back to what you've been doing in Finley's absence.
I'm very lonely.
Apparently I might
Shackles
need
in
to-
your room?
Apparently, I might need to borrow them at some point.
then you have some.
Possibly.
I don't know if they're big enough, but
Oh.
We do have reduce expand.
that's kind of what I was imagining.
Sure, we'll go with that.
But anyway, so I'm gonna lock the door, or at least make it look like it's still locked. Do I want to go unlock the other doors?
That way you don't have to unlock it again.
Yeah, I'm just go. All right, we're good.
Unlock it again.
Ah. Well, we have
The other doors.
the other door that where the stairwell that.
Or doors.
Oh, okay.
How long are they distracted?
Well, they're not.
In a completely different room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Sorry.
There's a whole hallway between the rooms, right?
The door to the left. I'm gonna mosey up and listen. Sorry?
Would you like me to unlock the door? Yeah, I already did. For
Okay. Does this one also have a lock? Okay. Is there a keyhole? Okay.
Just
Alright.
open it. Twist knob or just. Okay.
Has this one also been recently greased?
Ah!
All right.
Oh, we have a little. Hold on. I have my little mirror.
Oh no.
My thieves' mirror underneath.
Slide it
Do I
there.
see anything?
Get upside down and backwards.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
no.
very 6.
Oh. Oh.
Pretty. We'll come back for this later. So let's go check out the other room.
All right. Third door, same as the last one.
Mm-hmm. That's an 11.
A metal what?
Grate.
Oh.
Padlock on. Go up to the other door. We're gonna check out the grate to see.
Check out the grate.
Open the door and go check out the grate.
Said a gold harp. Okay, like it's made of gold. Okay. So heavier than 5 pounds is what I'm getting at.
Ooh.
Oh.
But I even just reach my hand down and
Oh.
grab the. How long are your arms?
Magic
Mage
hand?
hand. I
ma-
pull the pages out.
I'll help. I have mage hands too.
Wait.
What if we do double mage hand? I
Wait.
lift, and as I lift, he uses his mage hand to roll the paper and
Yep.
it's through.
Yep.
Or why don't
But
I?
we have the Patrick Swayze ghost.
You want to go through dungeon?
I have reduce and large.
The
Why
paper?
don't I myself?
Oh jeez.
Okay. We need some light
Is
for
there
her.
is the great
We just lift the
sealed?
grate up.
How
Yeah.
great is it? How great is the grate?
Oh, I thought they had already done it.
No.
Oh.
He's still debating if
That's
he's
where I
allowing
was-
us.
I don't know if you'd be able to 5-inch space.
Huh.
Well, I was gonna say, Robin, will you check for traps first
Yes.
around this grate? And then I'll do that.
Go investigate.
And mage hands won't work.
What about mage hand? Have it appear under the grate and just take the paper and push it through, even
Yeah.
though the mage hand can't fit.
Yeah.
I'll just.
Mage hands dexterity.
28.
Got a 20.
Now you can cast reduce on the harp, and we'll take the harp with. But
What are the pages?
Wait, so you open the grate now, right?
Pull the grate out. And then other strap. There are traps.
No.
That if you're pulling through. Oh. But if you pull it up,
so mage hand.
mage hands from underneath.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll let you know that for sure.
$16 for sleight of hand. That's embarrassing.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I know it. Well, actually, if I saw that and like you're hesitant, okay, so it's a little bit. I don't know if you would allow it essentially for me to try after her since I saw this, but okay. All right, so sleight of hand.
I'm going to have my cover over them with guidance.
My mage. Yeah. Oh, like yes, like tip. Oh, that's cool.
You and I might
I want
not.
mine to be like a yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I'm not keeping up with that. Imagine. Try again. A little this, and then I'll just like. Oh, I like that, but I like it with the spring. Like, so I threw the disc in there.
I got a 27 for sleight of hand, but I also have advantage against poison and disease, so that's why I was like,
Oh, nice.
yep. That's I rolled excuse me, a 14, and I have a plus 13.
So what do I add here? Like sleight of hand. Oh, okay. So roll. Grabbing it. Okay. I was like a spring.
Hmm.
A what sacrifice?
Worthy.
Worthy.
Like the Devil's Fiddle solid gold. Like it sounds really terrible when it was solid gold.
Our back of yeah.
Oh,
It,
one
just,
of us
it makes me
has.
think of
I think
Futurama
I thought we
when
all have.
Leela's like,
no?
"All right, I'll play the golden
Am I
fiddle," and then
the
she
only
just
one?
smashes them with it.
I think I did buy one.
Okay.
We're having him put it into his bag of holding.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
what about the
yes.
bloody claw?
I'll identify it later.
Someone.
I'll identify it later.
Okay.
So there's someone somewhere poisoned, missing part of their sleeve, and one harp short. Now my tummy hurts. So
Shouldn't have done a lot.
were the plans for kidnapping just for her? Okay.
Do you see anything else in the room?
There's no seal on the paper, no signature, nothing. Okay. Oh.
I say we go look in there.
Else is 17. Body?
What
Are
does
there
a
bodies? No body.
cursory look into on the
I like the
what
design
they
though.
have?
What?
Healing you.
It's written on. Bodies use them.
Three of us.
Got 17.
25.
Good. Does it smell like any?
All the three of us or just him?
Oh, 20.
Perfect.
26. Oh, a little bit like humidity, water, misty.
I'm gonna go do the climb up to the balcony or do the pull and see.
Sure, to be happy to, since I have a lot of strength and
Mr.
can
Climbing
climb.
Speed, yeah, over
Yes,
there.
Yeah.
I still climb.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Just
climb for
so-
no reason.
He's like,
because-
I'm good. I can do this.
Yeah, like everybody's just like, I'm just gonna take the stairs and then come climb that. Actually, you're coming with me.
You just didn't want to wait for people.
I don't know. Like, have you lit
Is
have a
it-
torch? Did you light it? Do you guys have a torch lit? Yeah. Okay, then yeah.
I had it when I was talking to.
But that was across the room. So
I'm
the-
not dead
She wasn't
yet.
dead.
Dead,
Souls.
dead
I
ish.
feel
happy.
She's
Alright.
powerless now.
Ooh, that's really good.
It's Colonel Mustard.
That is a let's see. That is a 27. I rolled really well.
Yeah.
Right. We have many bells, apparently. I don't know what this means. Oh, check for a trap? Did not do that. No, that one. That's a 14. Locked? I'm going to open the door. Any objections? Okay. The door. Okay.
The bells.
Okay.
What does the bell say? Oh, she can see. Yeah, better.
That's it's radiating up.
Oh.
Like a backlight.
And the ropes for the bells, they're coming.
The bells.
Don't hit them.
Do they look all the same?
What?
Do the bells look different? Very nice.
Are the ringers inside the bells, they all metallic, or are they ringers held on? Yeah. I was hoping to disable
Oh,
it.
I'm tempted.
If it were,
I was like, can we not?
yeah, if it were rope, you could just
Well,
It's like
yeah.
ringer off.
invisibility.
That way it can't be used.
I was gonna say, can we not have
Repeat that?
heat metal?
Yeah, but that's like
Oh,
I guess like a spell spot for bell.
they look like they're magic.
Shatter inside a bell. By that would be really loud.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Pretty good. 19. 19.
Is there any written on the scribe or I mean, well,
If we go up to the stairwell, do we hear any noises coming down? Sure, we'll roll.
Oh no.
would you like me to? I don't think I'm anywhere close to the bell. Well, no, but if I walk.
I'm 5 feet tall. How? I am tall, short. How
Oh.
like? I am a short person over
16.
here. How tall are these bells? Ooh, yes. This to be like a
Scout's honor.
Oh, that's on the wall. On the one on the top. Oh.
I like from here that it just kind of seemed like my eyes are starting to get a little bit bleary, but it looked like somebody was just flipping
Yeah,
them
that's
off.
yeah.
It's
That's why I was
something
like,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
It's
I
not
thought
as
you
bad
were
as
more.
not that bad, but it's bad. Because we know it's bad, right?
I mean, you do.
so do I need to roll a dex?
I'm one of the people.
check if I'm
Well, you
walking
did
over the
too.
bell?
No.
I did not.
Okay.
Oh, you weren't. Oh,
I
yeah.
did not roll. Well.
The perception is an 11.
I'm 16 on dexterity. 18.
The multiple voices.
No.
Oh yeah, maybe we should check out.
Let's go back.
The hidden doorway.
Yep.
Draft.
The drafty one.
Okay.
Yep. Just move that out of the way. Oh.
Figure all the robo for us.
Yep.
Just uses it for manual.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll go ahead and just go.
Secret.
That's not a secret that we're saying out in the world.
Not very
Secret tunnel
secret
is not the
anymore.
secret. Okay.
So many doors.
doorways. There's so many.
So many doors. Water elemental. Slime.
Yeah, nice.
He's gonna play me.
Whoever you choose.
Bye.